So what we're talking about is quadratics. Okay, basically what we're going to do is we're going to be graphing all that stuff that we've been doing. Like, you know, the trinomials, the ax squared plus bx plus c. Well, now we're going to graph them. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. All right. So we only got 10 minutes. Well, for Carol all this, so I gotta get quick. Okay. All right. All right. So it says use the table. I'll go over these in a second. Use the table of values to graph this. It's a trinomial, right? Does it have a leading coefficient? No. No, right? All right. So real simple. You take your first x value. I just came up with these myself. I picked a couple negatives and a couple positives, right? Nothing fancy. You did so I pick them, I put them in, so I'm going to replace x with -2. So -2 squared is 4. 4 minus a -2, that's plus, that's 6. 6 minus 2 is 4.
You can't see nothing back there.
No, that's because it's so small. You're fine.
No. It's been difficult.
Alright, so we got 4. Now if I put -1 in, -1 squared is 1. 1 minus -1 minus 2. So this is plus plus. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Right? And I put 0 in. 0 squared minus 0 squared minus 2. -2. I put 1 in. 1 squared. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus -2. -2 again. 2 in. 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 again. I put 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Pretty simple, right? Now I just go in and graph it. -2 and 4. -2, 4. -1, 0. 0, -2. 1, -2. Yeah, I'll show you. 2, 0. And 3, 4. Now, what this
that's pentagon. Yeah.
close. So
It's
trapezoid.
polygon.
Pentagon.
Hexagon. Oh no. Parallelogram.
Parabola. Okay. Every time you
How
graph.
come those lines don't close?
I don't know, why is it like...
That's why I said trapezoid. Because if you close it, if that's a straight line, that's a straight line, that's a straight line, and that's a straight line.
No. We're only doing a couple numbers. If you were to do all the numbers here, it would be a perfect curve.
What's a parabola?
Why doesn't that line close?
What line close?
You didn't teach us a parabola.
Like, you curved it.
Why doesn't this close?
Hey, that's
No,
pretty.
because the dots would keep going like this. But I ran out of grapher. You wouldn't go like this.
Okay.
We're gonna run out of time. We gotta keep going.
What's
All
that
right.
P word?
We'll come back to those questions. All right. Parabola. So parabola.
Carol's not
Now.
going to be able to see that.
All right. Now, so look. Every single time you graph a trinomial, it'll always be a parabola. Okay. All right. Now let's do the next one. Actually, all right. Here we go. So, let's see. Carol, if you want to stop, you can stop it here and do it, and then press play. All right. So we'll plug it in. -2. So -2 squared. Somebody help me out.
-4.
4 times -2 is -8. Yes. -8 plus 2 times -2, which is -4. So -8 and -4 is -2. -12. -12 and 4. -8. So -8.
You sure?
All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Handy
Somebody else help me
dandy.
out. How about this? Aaliyah, Ross, you do this one. Ashley, you do this one. Erica, you do 1. Michelle, you do 2. And Madison, you do 3.
Why you ain't doing this?
You can do it. I'm not getting
Madison, you can do 3.
I got 16.
For which one?
The first one.
So we got a Band-Aid.
MrTylerWilloughby, 5 minutes left.
Oh, really?
I got 2 for -1.
2 for 0?
I got 16.
For which one?
Negative
For
one.
negative 1.
Really? No.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's
You said what is that?
Hey, Carol.
That was Ashley. Adria walked by. I keep this videotaping.
I got 0. Not?
Hold on.
Willoughby is focusing.
Willoughby.
Yeah.
I got negative 8.
That's what I got 2. And for negative
For
1,
which
I got 0.
3.
Negative 8?
Yeah, it is negative 8.
I told you not to give it to me.
It's negative 8. Believe her.
9 is... Alright. Alright. So,
What's 2?
who's doing 2?
I don't think you assigned to.
I asked you to, didn't I? Which one I asked you? Michelle, you did 2? Which one did you do?
I got 0.
Alright. So, plug them in, solve them, and you graph them. So negative 2, negative 8. It's going to be off the page here. Negative 1, 0. It's going to be right here. 0, 2. 0, 2. 1, 4. 1, 4. 2, 0. 2, 0. 3, 3, negative 8. Okay, so one of these is off. But anyways,
The two.
so one of these, this is probably supposed to be here. Anyways, so it's going to go up and come back down, just like that.
Wait, why you
Okay,
You see, Carol?
He didn't. He just
that's
messed up.
this one's wrong. All right. So you've got parabola. This one's going up. This one's going down. Okay. Both of them parabolas. Now here's the key thing. How much time do we got?
7 and 35 seconds have passed.
All right. So now here's the. Let's take a look at the vocab. So minimum, the lowest point on a graph. Okay. So if you look at this parabola, where's the lowest point on the
That
graph?
one right there.
Right there. That's called the minimum. The maximum. So this one doesn't have a maximum. It has only a minimum, the lowest point.
So when it goes down, it has a minimum. When it goes up, it has a maximum.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when it goes up, it has a maximum. That's the maximum. That's the highest point on the graph. The minimum and the maximum are also known as the vertex. Okay, so you've got a minimum, you've got a maximum. They're both called vertexes. So you got a minimum vertex and maximum vertex. Now, the axis of symmetry is a line that cuts a parabola into 2 equal pieces.
Isn't
So
that when it's like
it
a
goes
mirror?
right,
When it
it's
looks
right.
exactly like this.
Exactly. This is exactly identical to this side. So the axis of symmetry goes right down the middle. So they're 2 equal pieces.
I learned this in 4th grade.
I was gonna say that.
That's your
Line of
axis of
symmetry.
symmetry. Okay? So,
What's the answer?
minimum, maximum, vertex, vertex, axis of symmetry. A lot of vocab. How am I doing? Am I close to 10 minutes?
It's 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What else? Oh, so if it's negative, that means it'll always open. If the leading coefficient is negative, it always opens down. If the leading coefficient is positive, it always opens up. So you know you graphed it correctly by looking at that.
Okay, so negative down.
All right. Where are we now? How much time?
9 minutes and 15
All right.
seconds.
I'm just
That's confusing.